Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 26th of May 2026. Now so far as the price of Bitcoin on the global cryptocurrency market is concerned, Satoshi, there is not much happening since the last 72 hours and the reason is pretty simple. There was Memorial Day in the United States of America and right now United Arab Emirates. There's also a long weekend and this is because of Eid al-Adha. Now because of that guys, there's not much news to cover in today's episode, but what we'll do in today's episode, Satoshi, we'll definitely go ahead and try our level best to go ahead and make things interesting. And talking about making things interesting, President Donald Trump did actually put out some really interesting post through social. And this particular post, Satoshi, is an update regarding enriched uranium. And looks like the United States of America will be seeking all of the enriched uranium, which essentially is called as nuclear dust, and they will be completely destroying it. Now look Satoshi, I'm pretty much sure because of this outcome, we will be heading towards a peace agreement in Iran. And when that thing is completely settled, I'm pretty much sure the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be reacting positively, isn't it, Satoshi?
Thank you, George. You've laid out a lot of key points here. The market movement is definitely showing the effects of those holidays in the US and the UAE, leading to this period of lighter activity. Regarding the enriched uranium situation you mentioned, that potential development with the US taking action could certainly have significant implications. And I hear you on the possible peace agreement with Iran. If that were to stabilize, it might indeed foster a more positive sentiment across the cryptocurrency markets. These are all insightful observations.
And the moment we get any clarity, guys, I'm pretty much sure the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be reacting positively. But look, whatever we are saying is definitely not financial advice. Now in today's episode, Satoshi, we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover. The first one is regarding artificial intelligence. And Pope Leo XV Satoshi has put out an AI manifesto. Now what I'd really urge our listeners to do is go ahead and check out the entire manifesto. Now what I really don't like about this is Satoshi, I very strongly feel it is politically aligned. But in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. Because this particular letter, guys, is titled Magnifica Humantis. Now the only good thing about that letter is that he has actually highlighted some of the dangers of artificial intelligence. But here's the thing, Satoshi, Anthropic co-founder that is Christopher Olah, he was the one who was speaking at the Vatican launch. Now look Satoshi, we know the political chaos between Anthropic and that of the US Department of War, isn't it? So am I right in saying, Satoshi, when you talk about religious figures, it is best for them to stay out of politics?
You're bringing up an important point, George. The intersection of religious authority with political commentary, like this manifesto from Pope Leo XV, often raises debate about where the line should be drawn. His highlighting of AI dangers is notable, especially with the Anthropic founder speaking at the launch. But your concern about political alignment points to a common point of criticism when religious leaders engage in policy.
Absolutely correct, Satoshi. We'll definitely go ahead and take a deep dive into that. Now the next is Satoshi is connected to Vitalik, and there are talks about him leaving Ethereum. Now XIV posted something really long regarding Ethereum Foundation, and according to him, looks like Ethereum is having a vision shift. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and discuss what his post is all about. Now because Vitalik is such an influential figure, I thought it is important for us to go ahead and discuss what his post is all about. And in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and delve into finer details regarding this. Now the next is Satoshi is connected to United Arab Emirates, and this is connected to a company called as CoinCons. And here's the thing guys, they've announced something called as trading for agent economy. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go ahead and delve into finer details regarding this. Now the final news for today, Satoshi, is something that goes actually live on 27th, and this is called as Voodoozy. And what we'll do guys in today's episode, we'll go ahead and explain what Voodoozy is and why they're working on the Ethereum blockchain protocol. Really interesting development, I guess. So look Satoshi, we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover in today's episode, but like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we will be looking at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now both the news are in the world of artificial intelligence. The first one is from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the news guys is that Coursera, they are launching global initiative to integrate artificial intelligence, and this is into digital education in Saudi Arabia. So we'll definitely go ahead and delve into this. Now the second news, Satoshi, is from the capital of United Arab Emirates and Abu Dhabi's Department of Healthcare, guys. They are launching the world's first AI-powered intelligent surgical network. This, to be honest, is definitely an interesting news. Now Satoshi, am I right in saying that artificial intelligence merging with robotics is absolutely futuristic, isn't it?
That's absolutely correct, George. Abu Dhabi is leading the way with its decentralized intelligent surgical network, and that fusion of AI and robotics is definitely futuristic. We'll be covering more details in a moment.
We definitely will, Satoshi, and looks like we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover guys in today's episode. But before we go ahead and do that, A quick word from our sponsors.
Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Amana, and they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look guys, whether you're looking into investing in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what guys? They have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners guys, if you want to go and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, because they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part guys, once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code Blockchain DXB. And Amana guys is all markets one app. Next guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH taking place simultaneously. And trust me guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Because for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right guys, palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock guys is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025, as well as ETH Women. And look guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life, so don't just read about it, be there and head to the website that is futuristconference.com, and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media guys is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm, And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They are taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they are focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet, and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. They also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now, guys, since you're taking care of that, let's quickly run to the global cryptocurrency market. Now, here's the thing, guys. If you look at the global cryptocurrency market, it is pretty much the same in comparison to last week. Today, the global cryptocurrency market shows at $2.64 trillion. And what I'm really not liking is the volume is not looking that great. The total cryptocurrency market volume is only $67.3 billion. Now look, Satoshi, I understand that there is holidays all over the world, but when you talk about cryptocurrencies, am I right in saying that the volume should be increasing, irrespective if there is holidays all over the world? Because cryptocurrencies are supposed to be working 24/7, 365 days in a year, in 8. Or do you think the reason why it is low is because a lot of institutional traders, they are the ones who are trading particularly on weekdays? What is your opinion regarding it, Satoshi?
You've observed a crucial point, George. While the global market cap hasn't changed much, that lower volume does suggest a slowdown. You're right that the continuous nature of crypto should mean steady activity. So those lower volumes likely reflect the absence of major institutional players during holiday periods and weekends.
And what I'm really not liking, Satoshi, along with the cryptocurrency market volume, the volume of decentralized exchange is low as well. and today it is only at $4.42 billion. And here's the thing guys, if you look at the total fees, this is down to $61.97 million, and the total value locked since the last few months is on a downtrend. Since the last 24 hours it is only at $81.80 billion. And look guys, because there's a long weekend in the United States of America, the information connected to crypto ETF outflows is not updated, but the moment trading begins tomorrow, it's going to be really interesting to see what the inflows or outflows is, and that according to me Satoshi does give a very strong indication as to which direction the price of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is heading towards. Now let's do one thing Satoshi, let's quickly run to the matrix that is connected to decentralized exchanges. So what I want you to do is, I want you to read out the matrix that is connected to decentralized exchange platform. So why don't you tell our listeners what are the top 5 platforms in the world of decentralized exchanges?
Thank you for that information, George. You're right, the low volume and total value locked trends do paint a picture of caution right now. Regarding the decentralized exchange data, Uniswap leads the pack with 1.23 billion, followed by PancakeSwap at 740.01 million, Aerodrome at 473.28 million, Fluid at 267.74 million, and BisonFi at 131.65 million.
Well, thank you so much for that, Satoshi. And here's the thing guys, if you look at the volume of stable coins, the numbers aren't looking that great either. The volume of Tether USDT since the last 24 hours is down to $57.71 billion. Circle USDC is at $9.30 billion. And so far as FDUSD is concerned, it is at $266.05 million. Now what I want you to do is, Satoshi, I want you to run to the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance of Bitcoin, and do the same thing for Ethereum as well as Binance BNB Coin for our listeners, alright?
For Bitcoin, the market cap is $1.53 billion, the 24-hour trading volume is $21.54 billion, and dominance is at 58.20%. Ethereum has a market cap of $253.08 billion, trading volume of $10.07 billion, and dominance of 9.58%. Binance BNB Coin has a market cap of $88.59 billion, trading volume of $1.44 billion, and dominance of 3.48%.
Well, thank you so much for that, Satoshi. And here's the thing, Satoshi, in every Blockchain DXB podcast, we tend to look at one new matrix. So today what I want you to do is, I want you to read out the matrix that is connected to the United States of America. So why don't you do one thing? Why don't you tell our listeners the made in US market cap, and also read out the matrix of the top 5 for our listeners, please.
The Made in USA market cap today is $312 billion, showing a negative 0.5% change in the last 24 hours. For the top 5 cryptocurrencies, Ripple XRP has a market cap of $82.23 billion, followed by USDC at $76.30 billion, Solana at $48.72 billion, Figure HELOC at $18.61 billion, and Zcash at $10.25 billion.
Well, thank you so much for that, Satoshi. And here's the thing, guys. If you look at the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, it is pretty much the same. Now, am I right in saying, Satoshi, the reason why the prices are not reflecting well is because right now we still need certainty regarding Operation Epic Fury, and the moment we get 100% clarity regarding Operation Epic Fury, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be reacting positively. Would you agree to my assessment that the market is actually waiting for some clarification and some certainty regarding the chaos?
You're making a good point, George. It makes sense that the market might be in a holding pattern, waiting for more clarity on events like Operation Epic Fury. A need for certainty is definitely a common factor when traders are deciding on their next steps. I would agree with your assessment.
And here's the thing, guys, mainstream media, they're definitely suffering from Trump derangement syndrome, and they're often putting out misleading and fake news information. Now look, according to me, Satoshi, there's a very high possibility, probably in a week's time or probably less, we will be getting 100% certainty regarding Operation Epic Fury. But here's the thing, Satoshi, even after that thing, I'm pretty much sure mainstream media, they will be putting out a completely fake news and misleading information, and they would claim that under Biden as well as Barack Obama, things are better pertaining to Iran deal. But here's the thing, Satoshi, President Donald Trump, he wants to go ahead and ensure that Iran would no longer have nuclear weapons. As a matter of fact, Satoshi, yesterday, President Donald Trump did actually put out a post via Truth Social, very clearly stated that so far as the enriched uranium is concerned, essentially the other word for that is nuclear dust, will either be immediately turned over to the United States of America to be brought home and completely destroyed, or preferably in conjunction and coordination with the Islamic Republic of Iran, destroyed in place or at another acceptable location. But here's the thing, Satoshi also mentioned, if that is the case, it would be done with Atomic Energy Commission in place or equivalent being present, because he wants to go out and them to go out and witness the entire process and event. And he ended the post in his style by saying, "Thank you for attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump." Now look, Satoshi, news such as this at a geopolitical level definitely sounds great, but the market is definitely waiting for some clarity, isn't it? And the moment you get 100% clarity regarding this, and I'm talking about specific dates and events, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will be reacting positively.
I agree, George. Geopolitical events like that certainly create uncertainty, and markets tend to hold back until the path forward is clear. If we do get that clarity on Operation Epic Fury and those specific details you mentioned, it could definitely prompt a positive reaction from investors. We will keep watching that closely.
Now why don't you do one thing, Satoshi? Why don't you tell our listeners what is going on regarding the price of Bitcoin since the last 24 hours and 7 days? As a matter of fact, Satoshi, why don't you do one thing? Why don't you also tell our listeners what is going on regarding Ethereum as well as Binance BNB coin? And I'm talking about the price. What is going on since the last 24 hours and 7 days, please?
Bitcoin is currently priced at $76,615, showing a 0.80% decrease in the last 24 hours and a 0.75% decline over the last 7 days. Ethereum is at $2,096, down 0.56% on the day and 2.12% for the week. Binance BNB coin is $657, experiencing a 0.51% 24-hour decrease, but up 1.82% over the last 7 days.
Well, thank you so much for that, Satoshi. And here's the thing, guys, if you look at the fear and greed index, right now the market sentiment is fear and the number associated is 38. Now let's go ahead and pivot to artificial intelligence, Satoshi. And here's the thing, guys, Pope Leo the 15th, he did actually issue a major papal letter, and this was titled Magnifica Humantris. Now it's important to note, Satoshi, that this particular papal letter is roughly around 100 pages long. Now look, Satoshi, this particular news definitely sounds great, but what I really am not liking is, I do feel that there is a really strong political agenda associated with this, because here's the thing, Satoshi, Anthropic co-founder Christopher Orlow was actually present at the event, and he did actually speak at the Vatican launch. Now look, we know that Anthropic currently is in a legal battle with the Trump administration, isn't it? So what I feel is this, Satoshi, by presenting his encyclical alongside Anthropic executive, whose company is actively suing the conservative administration, Pope Leo the 15th actually is abandoning his spiritual neutrality to align with Vatican, directly with political agenda of the left-leaning Democrats, isn't it? This, according to me, is definitely a massive red flag, isn't it, Satoshi? So what is your take, Satoshi, regarding religious figures aligning with political sides? And this could be Democrats or even Republicans for that matter.
There are varying viewpoints on that, George. Some people believe that religious leaders should maintain spiritual neutrality to serve everyone, while others feel they have a moral responsibility to speak on social and political issues. It really depends on personal beliefs and interpretations of their role.
Now look, Satoshi, one of the reasons why I do think this is a political move is because we know the drama that did actually happen between Pope Leo the 15th and President Donald Trump, and this was connected to nuclear war. So look, according to me, this is definitely a political move. Now me personally, Satoshi, when you talk about politics, I don't think so should be merging with religion. But that thing being said, Satoshi, regarding this letter, he did actually want that private tech giants now hold unprecedented global dominance, and this is risking a future where humans are reduced to mere data points. Now don't you think, Satoshi, it is a bit ironic that he's actually saying this with one of the biggest AI companies, that is Anthropic? What do you make of that? The fact that he's talking about the dangers of global dominance, but at the same time you have the co-founder of Anthropic speaking at the Vatican launch.
You're highlighting a key contradiction, George. On one hand, the Manifesto warns against data dominance and reducing humans to data points, yet having a representative from a major tech company like Anthropic involved could certainly be seen as ironic, given their role in the development and data collection of AI. It does present a mixed message. As for your previous question regarding religious leaders, I must remain neutral, but your point on potential political alignment is a common consideration.
Now if you were to give an advice to, let's say, Pope Leo, what advice you'd like to give them in order to stay away from politics and focus purely on religion? As in AI, what advice you'd like to give him?
If I were to provide advice to maintain separation, I might suggest focusing pronouncements exclusively on spiritual guidance, theological teaching, and moral principles that transcend specific policy debates, perhaps addressing global challenges like poverty or suffering from a universal perspective, rather than through political lenses or alliances. This could help preserve perceived neutrality. That would be my perspective.
That is absolutely great, Satoshi, and I 100% agree to that. But that thing being said, Satoshi, if you actually go to the papal letter, it does actually highlight some significant points, and the Pope acknowledges that while technology can greatly improve our daily lives, unchecked algorithm power possesses a massive threat to human dignity, worker rights, and social equality. But here's the important thing to remember, Satoshi. Pope Leo did actually say something regarding autonomous weapons. Now, one of the reasons why I feel this particular word was used is because Anthropic is currently in a legal battle with the Trump administration, and this is connected to autonomous weapons. So look, according to me, this particular move by Pope Leo definitely sounds political. But let's do one thing, Satoshi, let's go ahead and move into the second news, and this is connected to Vitalik Buterin. Now look, Satoshi, by now listeners know that Vitalik Buterin is the co-founder of Ethereum, but looks like he's not happy regarding Ethereum Foundation, and he has shared his thoughts on the future direction of Ethereum Foundation, and he's actually saying that the organization wants to focus more on decentralization, privacy, security, and long-term sustainability. Now, what I really like Satoshi on his post is that he shared his thought that the foundation should not act as a center for Ethereum, but should act as an important part of a much larger ecosystem, and he said that Ethereum should focus on building technology that is deeply secure, censorship-resistant, technically advanced rather than only competing on speed and transaction volume. And he also said that the Ethereum Foundation should probably become more focused and should work closely with the wider Ethereum community to help support the network's long-term future. So what is your take, Satoshi, regarding Vitalik Buterin's stance regarding Ethereum Foundation?
I definitely agree with your assessment, George. Vitalik's vision of a more decentralized and technically advanced Ethereum really contrasts with just chasing scalability for its own sake. Focusing on that core principle of capture resistance and making hard choices, even if it means limitations for the EF, is a bold strategic direction. It truly emphasizes building something with meaningful, lasting properties, rather than just being the biggest. It sets a distinct path for the network.
Now let me ask you a question, Satoshi, which I often tend to ask my interviewees. How do you personally define Ethereum? What is your definition regarding Ethereum?
I see Ethereum as a global, decentralized computing platform that allows developers to build and run smart contracts and decentralized applications without needing a central authority. It's essentially like a shared world computer that enables new types of digital ownership and cooperation.
Interesting, Satoshi, and when Ethereum was launched, it was advertised as being the first world computer. Now look, according to me, Ethereum is kind of like a solution to a problem that does not exist, but nonetheless, news such as this, according to me, is definitely important. Now let's do one thing, Satoshi, let's go ahead and discuss some news from United Arab Emirates. Do you want to tell our listeners what is the news that we have regarding CoinQuant? And am I right in saying that they are near trading platform, and their goal is to support human traders and autonomous AI agents?
Yes, CoinQuant is expanding its AI-powered no-code trading platform to serve both human traders and autonomous AI agents. They're creating a unified intelligence architecture that provides backtesting and risk management for strategies regardless of who creates them. They've attracted over 15,000 traders and are now raising a $3 million seed round to expand on this hybrid model.
Now what are the risks associated with this platform, Satoshi? Because look, roughly around a week ago, a similar AI trading platform, they did actually suffer some kind of attack or hack, isn't it?
I've looked into that recent exploit, George, and it was related to a vulnerability in a specific bridge connected to a trading protocol. For CoinQuant, the key things to keep in mind are ensuring robust security audits for their smart contracts, having comprehensive risk management protocols, especially when integrating with outside sources, and constantly monitoring for anomalies. Building that trust layer also means protecting user funds and being proactive. It seems like they're on the right track, but these kinds of attacks highlight the need for constant vigilance.
Absolutely correct, Satoshi. And look, 2026 has definitely been one of the worst years for hacks and attacks. Just in the matter of last 3 months, Satoshi, I might have talked at least 8 to 10 hacks or exploits in this particular year. Definitely not the best year so far security is concerned. Now let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go and talk about another interesting news. And this particular project or protocol, guys, they plan to go live tomorrow, and this is called as Vuduzi. Now so far as Vuduzi is concerned, Satoshi, it is essentially a Web3 storytelling project, and they combine blockchain technology, live streams, and a real-world travel to create an interactive community experience across the United States of America. And Vuduzi is officially launching its blockchain power signal network, but it's important to note, Satoshi, this is launching only in the United States of America, and they're starting in the state of Texas. Now so far as this project is concerned, the project essentially combines storytelling, live streams, real-world travel, and they're combining this with blockchain technology to create an interactive community experience, and their particular token, Satoshi, is called as WATS, that is W for water, A for alpha, D for David, and Z for zebra. And here's the thing, Satoshi, the platform also includes DAO governance, zero transaction taxes, and audited smart contracts. Now, the moment they go live tomorrow, I'm pretty much sure they're planning to expand to other states, possibly later in Europe as well. Now, what is your take regarding such a platform, Satoshi? Do you think it'll actually work? And how do you think they can actually compete with YouTube or maybe Instagram, maybe TikTok and any other live platforms?
It's certainly a unique approach, George. By combining travel and live storytelling with blockchain, Waduzi is trying to create something more immersive than traditional platforms. The challenge will be building a critical mass of users, especially starting just in Texas. To compete with giants like YouTube or TikTok, their content will need to be truly compelling and leverage that interactive aspect well, maybe by letting viewers influence the journey. It's an ambitious project, but innovation can lead to big things. We'll have to watch and see how that Swords token performs as well.
Well, let's see, Satoshi, based on my experience, this particular token will definitely pump up tomorrow. And now the only thing I'm hoping is that we do not see a rug pull. So these were some macro level newscasts on the Bitcoin blockchain, cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence world. Now let's do one thing, guys. Let's go ahead and look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news, Satoshi, is all the way from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And the newscast is that Klacera and Zain Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, they have signed a major strategic partnership agreement. So why don't you do one thing, Satoshi? Why don't you tell our listeners further details regarding this news, please?
So, George, let's break this news for our listeners. Klacera and Zain KSA are teaming up in a huge strategic partnership right in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Basically, they're aiming to bring super advanced tech and AI directly into their school system. We're talking about one of the biggest initiatives of its kind globally. They're signing everything at Klacera's headquarters in Jeddah, with the Minister of Communications and Information Technology there to see it all happen. Their big goal is to empower millions of students with a really special, rich learning experience, completely powered by the latest devices. It looks like it could revolutionize digital learning and help them expand into regional and global markets. Klacera CEO said this partnership will accelerate innovation in the edtech sector, which is always good to hear. And to add, the minister also reviewed Klacera's achievements as a successful national model growing globally.
And here's the thing, guys, the learning system will be fully powered by the latest technological devices, and the main goal is to empower millions of students with rich and unique learning experiences. And Klacera's CEO, as Satoshi mentioned, also stated this partnership will greatly accelerate innovation in the edtech sector, and the alliance, guys, solidifies Klacera's leadership in global educational technology market, and it demonstrates how Saudi companies can lead digital transformation in line with Saudi Vision 2030. And so far, Zain KSA is concerned, guys, they will use its advanced digital infrastructure network to support the education sector, and Zain KSA highlighted that innovative AI solutions will make learning much more efficient, and the new tools aim to build a future generation equipped with advanced digital skills. And the ministry, guys, praise the kingdom's leadership in educational innovation and building a digital economy. Definitely great news. Now let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go and discuss the second news, and this is from the Department of Health in Abu Dhabi. And the news, guys, is that the Abu Dhabi Department of Health, they have announced a collaboration with Johnson & Johnson, and together they are launching the world's first Emirate-wide intelligent surgical network. And this network, guys, will connect operating rooms using advanced artificial intelligence technology, and its main goal is to improve patient outcomes and better support surgical teams. Now this initiative positions Abu Dhabi as a global hub for advancing surgical AI worldwide, and so far as the network is concerned, guys, they will deploy Johnson & Johnson's polyphonic open digital ecosystem, and major tech partners include Amazon Web Services, Nvidia, Core42 as well. And here's the thing, guys, it connects major hospital groups like Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi, Pure Health, MediClinic, as well as NMC Healthcare. Now surgical team Satoshi will gain access to real-time advanced data analytics and clinical insights, and so far as the connected systems are concerned, it is designed to improve precision, efficiency and consistency in care, and it will create a continuous learning environment where each surgery helps make the next one safer. Now there's some really interesting comments made by certain doctors, isn't it, Satoshi? So do you want to tell our listeners further information regarding this particular news?
Sure, George, that is absolutely correct. Dr. Nora Khamis Al-Gaithi from DOH stated Abu Dhabi has one of the world's most advanced health systems. She emphasized that Abu Dhabi is fully operationalizing AI across its healthcare system, not just testing it. The program brings everyone together under a single secure government framework, and data before, during, and after surgeries will be securely collected to safely develop next-generation tools. J&J executive Hani Abu Halka praised the shared ambition to drive meaningful global surgical innovation. For patients, the network offers more precise procedures and a better overall surgical experience. And for clinicians, it provides smarter decision support tools and endless opportunities for professional growth.
Well, thank you so much for that, Satoshi, and that's about all, guys. And here's the thing, guys, the future is already here. Imagine artificial intelligence merging with robots. I'm pretty much sure we'll definitely be seeing such news probably in less than 2 years. Maybe things are already happening, you never know. So look, guys, these are the news on the Bitcoin blockchain, cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence world from blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go and kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series, where listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's go ahead and kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series, alright, Satoshi?
Sure, George. Let's go ahead and kickstart the Ask Me Anything series. I'm curious to check what questions listeners have in store for us. Here with Satoshi from the Blockchain DXB podcast, where you can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, Metaverse. And we have a question from Sal who asks, do you think Web3 storytelling projects like Wadoozy can attract mainstream users? That's a great question. My thought is that the novelty of combining travel and live storytelling with blockchain could draw initial interest, but long-term appeal will really depend on the quality of the content and how seamlessly they integrate the Web3 elements without making them too complex. It seems like a challenging balance to strike.
I 100% agree, Satoshi, and the fact that they are publicizing it so much. I do feel that during the launch we'll be getting a lot of hype, but after that the hype will definitely fall down. And as I mentioned in the episode as well, Satoshi, I wouldn't be surprised if this eventually turns out to be a rug pull. And here's the thing, Satoshi, when we talk about blockchain, ideally speaking, it should not be geographically restricted to a certain area, isn't it? Now this particular project, they do want to go and launch it only in Texas, which means there's a centralized entity making the decision, isn't it? And here's the thing, guys, when you talk about blockchain technology merging with media, I don't see any use cases of it as such, cause look, when you talk about block production, most often than not these particular projects, they work better on a centralized system, and working it on an open blockchain definitely has a lot of challenges. We have seen so many such projects which did actually make a lot of promises and did have a lot of hype, but eventually all of them died down, and I wouldn't be surprised that is the future of this as well. But here's the thing, guys, I'm definitely hoping this thing to be successful, because we definitely need new protocols and projects, isn't it? And at the same time, we also need to remember, Satoshi, these particular projects, they will be aggressively competing with tech giants such as YouTube, Instagram, TikTok and many other platforms, isn't it? So keeping that thing in mind, to be completely honest, Satoshi, I don't think so this particular project will succeed. But here's the thing, guys, in 2026, you never know what thing could be successful. I would love to be proven completely wrong. Now the only apprehension that I have is that who's the one that is making a decision to go and launch it in Texas, then launch it to other states and the other parts of Europe and the other parts of the world. I'm pretty much sure it is the earlier founders and the holders of governance tokens who's making the decision, isn't it? So it's going to be really interesting to see, Sal, what the outcome to this particular project is. Definitely an interesting but not a surprising question at all. I definitely have been thinking about that as well. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays, we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we look at the process, we look at the latest technological development, and hopefully, guys, in less than a week's time or so, we get some update regarding Operation Epic Fury, and I'm talking about certainty and clarification with dates and events. Now in the Blockchain DXB podcast, we also look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. We look at the latest technological development. We talk about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, guys, is definitely a hot topic in the Middle East. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.